New tonight, a man riding his bike around the state of Michigan made a pit stop in Escanaba today to meet State Representative Dave Preston. Timothy Ward is more than halfway through his journey of 2,450 miles. He says his purpose is to raise awareness for his favorite nonprofit, Chance for Life. Ward says the organization gives behavioral and life skills training to incarcerated people and returning citizens.
Those skill sets that they gain through the program then come with them when they become returned citizens.
The program was first put in place at Mound Correctional Facility in Detroit. A year into the program, violent incidents at the facility went down by 40%. Ward says he now heads back down to Lower Michigan.